Chapter 5, Lesson 5, Independent and Dependent Events. Independent events are when one event does not affect the outcome of another event. So just as you would suspect, dependent event is the outcome of one event affects the outcome of another event. The events we're talking about here could be drawing a card out of a deck, spinning a spinner, rolling a number cube, or something as simple as flipping a coin. Our first example, number 1, one letter tile is selected and the spinner is spun. What is the probability that both will be a vowel? Remember that your vowels are A, E, I, O, and U. You can see clearly there are 2 vowels on the letter tiles and 1 vowel on the spinner. The probability of a vowel on one of the letter tiles on a tile is 2 out of a possible 4, which simplifies by 2, top and bottom, to 1/2. So there is half a chance of getting a vowel and half of a chance of not getting a vowel on the tile, the letter tiles. The probability of a vowel on the spinner is 1/3. 1 A out of the 3 letters. To find the probability of both being a vowel, you're going to use, both being vowels, you're going to use multiplication. You're going to take the 1/2 and multiply by the 1/3. Remember, how do we multiply fractions? If there's nothing to cross cancel, top times top, bottom times bottom. There is 1/6 of a chance of both being a vowel when you draw one tile and spin the spinner. Example number 2. There are 4 oranges, 7 bananas, and 5 apples in a fruit basket. Iggy selects a piece of fruit at random, and then Terry selects a piece of fruit at random. Determine the probability that 2 apples are chosen. The probability of the first fruit being an apple is 5 out of, how many pieces of fruit do you have? Let's add that up. 7 and 4 plus 5 gives you 16. 5/16. When you draw the first apple out and you don't put it back in, one event depends on another there. There's going to be one less apple the second time. So the probability of the second fruit being an apple, 5 minus 1, there's 4 apples left out of 15 pieces of fruit. You're going to use, that is correct, multiplication to find the probability of both of the fruit being an apple. That would be 5/16 times 4/15. The drawing of the second apple depended on Iggy drawing an apple the first time. Now with this problem, instead of just multiplying top times top and bottom times bottom, you can cross cancel. 5 and 15 are both divisible by 5. 5 divided by 5 is 1. 15 divided by 5 is 3. And if you'll look, 4 and 16 are both divisible by 4. So that makes the 4 divided by 4 a 1, and the 16 divided by 4 into a 4. That leaves you with a 1 times 1 on top, and a 4 times 3 on the bottom. 1/12, 1/12. So the probability of both being apples is 1/12. If you look at both of these problems, the first example, where you were drawing tiles and spinning a spinner, one event did not depend on the other. So those were considered independent events. Dependent, drawing an apple and then drawing another apple, those were dependent. But we used multiplication on both to solve.